Hello and welcome to AWS On Air. My name is Sohan Maheshwar. I work as a developer advocate with AWS based out of the Netherlands. So, if you have not seen this segment before, this is a segment called What's Next, and we are completely live and we're discussing a new launch from the recent keynotes. So, we have here today Venkat, who's a senior product manager. Venkat, how's it going?
Good. How's it going, Sohan?
All good, Venkat. So, Venkat, tell us a bit about yourself and then we can maybe talk a bit about the launch.
Good. So I'm a senior product manager here at AWS. I'm working on introducing new products and features to AWS Marketplace.
Mhm. So, Venkat, first things first, tell us a bit about Marketplace. What is AWS Marketplace for our viewers watching out there?
Yeah. So Marketplace is a curated digital software catalog that we launched 8 years ago. We launched it to help customers find, buy, deploy, and manage third-party software that runs on AWS. So since we launched, we started introducing a wide variety of software categories. We launched AMI and SaaS products, and then we recently launched data products as well as SageMaker products. So
And
today,
what's an Army product, Venkat, for
so
those of you
AMI
who might
is
not know?
it's like an Amazon machine image product that we initially launched that helps you to easily deploy software that's configurable on AWS. And since launch and like today, after introducing all those, we have about like 8,000 listings and over 300,000 active customers.
Nice. Yeah, for viewers watching out there, I'm sure you have many questions about Marketplace and this launch that we'll be talking about. Feel free to ask questions using the hashtag AWS on air. Again, that's the hashtag AWS on air on Twitter, and we will try and take as many questions as possible. Okay, Venkat, so you told us a bit about what Marketplace is. Can you tell us a little bit about the launch that you spearheaded?
Sure. So after launch, when we talk to customers how we can help improve their experience with Marketplace, what we realized was customers who are buying the software often need like additional associated services to take full advantage of the software. So as more and more customers move to the cloud, we notice like the need for add-on professional services increase accordingly. So on December 3rd in the AWS partner keynote, we launched professional services in Marketplace. This helps customers who are buying third-party software on Marketplace to also buy the associated professional services related to that software.
Nice. I feel like this is a big deal, Venkat. I think this is a huge launch. It opens up so many possibilities. Can you tell us a bit about some of those benefits for customers and buyers and sellers?
Sure. We're pretty excited about the launch, talking to our customers and sellers. Like the biggest benefit we see unlocking is for the customers is the selection that this will increase in Marketplace. Previously, customers would pick software based on the expertise they have, and they were not able to take full advantage of the software in Marketplace. Now, with professional service in Marketplace, sellers could offer software and package it with related services. This opens up possibilities for customers to try new software that can help them migrate to the cloud faster. So we see like the selection increase is one of the primary benefits of introducing professional service in the Marketplace. Along with that, we also help our customers take advantage of other Marketplace benefits, such as simplifying procurement and ability to customize the products and services you have. One of the customers we recently interacted with during our beta process said they were able to save up to 50% of their costs by simplifying their procurement using Marketplace and by purchasing both the software and services within Marketplace.
Nice. And Venkat, so we have a very varied audience, I'd say, people who work in startups, in ISVs, in partners. It's a very mixed crowd. So typically, what type of customers do you see here, so that people can identify with perhaps?
So initially, we're seeing like big customers who are trying to streamline their procurement. So when we launched professional services, we started with private offers, which would allow the software vendors and consulting partners to make customized offers for specific buyers. So they will be the initial customers who interact But we also see this being adopted by smaller customers because now they have the flexibility to just search, browse different offerings on Marketplace and quickly procure them.
And if I'm a customer, Venkat, do I have the option to like customize some of these things? Like my pricing, my payment schedules, and all of that as well.
Yep, absolutely. So as a customer, you are allowed to like put in your request to the seller and then have like a customized pricing, service terms for your specific needs. An example would be like if you're purchasing a software and only need a premium support, you could just say like, I'm going to purchase a premium support and buy the relevant service. Some customers would like to be more hands-off to focus on their needs, on their customer needs. So they might purchase a software with managed services to take care of like end-to-end support for the software.
Mm-hmm. Nice. And since this was a fairly recent launch, Venkat, can you tell us a bit about the experience as a buyer itself? And then, maybe we can go on to a demo.
Sure. From a buyer perspective, they get into the marketplace and then they find the listing that's associated with the specific software that serves their need, and they connect to the seller and they buy in the marketplace. Once they buy, the billing and everything is included in their AWS bill as a separate line item. So the software and services would appear as separate line items in their AWS bill. We
Cool.
could
Yeah,
quickly
let's
go
do a demo.
through. Yeah, we could just walk through the experience here. Let's just go. So I'm in Marketplace webpage right now. This is the homepage for Marketplace. You could see like there's like different categories for Marketplace where infrastructure, software, DevOps. So we introduced a new category, professional services. Some of the different types of professional services you can buy in Marketplace. You could see them here. We also call like a delivery method professional services if you want to filter down like all professional services by yourself. So there's three ways customers can discover their professional services from Marketplace. The first one is just like search, just like simple search of like what you're looking for. The second one is through the browse nodes, which is like go to the categories and search for each specific category of services. And the third one is you could discover it from the software detail pages. Let me just start with a quick search. I'm searching for Trend Micro here. Let's see what comes up. So I see a bunch of Trend Micro products here. See like Trend Micro Cloud One, there's their top selling software. And I also in the search results, I see a Trend Micro Premium support. I could use the left navigation bar here to see like sort out the filter the results to just professional services so that you could see like what are the Trend Micro services available. So let's try Trend Micro Premium support and see what we have there. So on this page, you get like an overview from Trend Micro. What's the service about? What's going to be delivered? How do you get started? And any pricing related information. You also see a section software associated with service, so you know like which software this service is associated to. In this specific case, we could see like this premium support applies for 3 different Trend Micro software products. When you buy as a customer, you could pick which software you want this premium support attached to. So that's the first one where you go through the basic search and get to the detail page to get started. The second one is the browse that we discussed, where you're browsing through like a list of categories and then get to the Trend Micro page in the same way. The premium support, and then you get to the Trend Micro page. So the third one, discovering it via the software page. If a customer is buying Trend Micro Cloud One, they might be used to go into the Trend Micro Cloud One detail page. This is the SaaS offering. And as they browse this page, there's a section that points them to like, hey, if you're interested in services for this software, check out this listing. So when you click on that, that again drives you to the same detail page. Once the customer reviews this and they want to take the next step, now they click on continue, which opens a page where they could see a form of connecting to the seller. They provide their name, And if they have any additional requests, such as if they have a time sensitivity of when they want the support by, pricing requirements or service requirements, they can add these details and connect to the seller. Once you connect to the seller would send you a private offer to buy. So in this case, I'm not going to quickly send a request to trend, but I have like another mock-up listing that shows you the experience. Let's say you submitted the listing, you submit your request to trend. You would see a private offer on the page when you log in next to see like what are your contract options, what's your duration, what types of packages are available for premium support, and then the service agreements. So now you could like review the service agreements, pick which support package you want. In this case, let's say I pick like platinum package. You could confirm like the final price and everything you're paying, and then just click create contract. So this will kick off the process where now you would be receiving an invoice from AWS, and it'll appear in your managed subscription console. That's got it. So yeah, so that's the quick experience. So you could find your related service a variety of ways, connect to the seller, and then quickly purchase the service after reviewing the terms with the seller.
Nice. Thanks for that demo, Venkat. Again, viewers, if you have any questions, feel free to tweet to us. Use the hashtag AWS on air, which is hashtag AWS on air. So Venkat, you just showed us the experience for a customer. Now, assume I'm a buyer or one of our viewers, assume I'm a seller or one of our viewers is a seller, and you're selling some professional service. What are some of the benefits on, with this launch?
Yeah. So we talked to multiple sellers for launch and had over 100 launch partners for sellers. So the biggest benefit the sellers are seeing is it's their capability to reach new customers via marketplace. By making their listing public, now they can reach a new segment of customers to provide their services. So we divide our sellers into two categories to uniquely explain the benefits of each. Software vendors are the sellers who have their own software on marketplace. For these type of sellers, once they provide a software, they want to help their customers provide associated services so they have a better experience with the software. So now these sellers can add like associated services along with the software. The other sellers we frequently have are the consulting partners. The consulting partners is one of the big requests from our customers because the customers are working with have specific relationship with consulting partners to buy software and services. So we added like consulting partners and CPPO, which is the consulting partner private offer last year. So we have a very good response, and we have like thousands of private offers going through the private offer workflow. So the consulting partners so far were only being able to resell a software listing on marketplace. With this new launch, the consulting partners can now create their own service listings and own solution listings and offer them to customers. In addition to like reaching the customer reach and stuff, this also helps like simplify the sales and procurement process for the sellers, where they can just handle the software and services using one process instead of handling it in multiple ways.
Got it. And for seller, can you talk a little bit about the experience, and then maybe we can go to a demo?
Sure. So we introduce self-serve tools for our sellers so that they can actually create the product listings on marketplace in a self-serve manner quickly, extend offers to their customer. So typical process for the sellers would be they could come to their seller portal and the marketplace management portal to create their products. Once they create the products, make their listings public, they can get an in-stream of requests from the buyers of who wants to buy their services. And then based on the request, they can send like private offers for each buyer. Let's go through the process of creating products using in the AMP portal. So I'm logged into the AMP portal now. So I'm going through products and I select professional services. In this page, you would see like a list of professional services that you already have. and you could browse through the listing. So to get started with a new one, selecting create professional service product. So this page goes through a list of fields that you would have that would help you create the listing. Just the title, the short description, which is like a synopsis of your service, the long description, which goes into the details of the actual service, logo, highlights, categories, associate products. The easy thing is I could probably, instead of filling all these now, I have like a demo listing. I could probably just go through that and we can walk through the fields individually. So you fill in all these fields and then you click submit to create your product. Let me just go to the listing that I already created to see what these fields look like.
I like the name, Venkat. Nice nod,
Yeah.
tip of the hat to
Yeah, this is if like
a
Richard
certain TV
Hendricks,
show.
yeah, Richard Hendricks want to come create, like we're not stopping him. He can come and create his own
Are you
compression.
going to be the next Richard Hendricks, Venkat? Is that a sliding?
No, this is our sellers. We think our
Okay.
sellers have like those potential products, so they can come and create like the cool products and services that help them grow. So let's see what the experience looks like. So here I had the product title. The SKU is something that helps you match with your own internal products. So if you want to relate marketplace products to your own internal, you add in the SKU there. I had like a quick summary of like the surveys and then more details on the surveys, logo descriptions, and in highlights, I'm going to call out like the primary things for that catches the customer's attention. Like, hey, you get like from support from subject matter experts, like you can customize your plans. We already have experience with X many clients, something that helps you like highlight the value to the customer quickly. The product categories is where you select where you're going to show your services under, how we classify that in Marketplace. For example, like if I click like premium support and a customer goes to Marketplace and price premium support, your service is going to be listed there. So you get to choose like which service, where you want to categorize that. The next one is the associated products. You see like what we did for Trend Micro, like how we showed the associated products here. That field helps you select which software is the service associated to. Keyword results that help with search, and then the additional resources. This is a place where you can add like links to your own website, any case studies you have, like if you're an AWS partner, like link it to the AWS partner competency page where the customers can learn more. And last, it's support information, which gives you a view of like how do you contact, how do customers contact you, is a website link or email or phone number. So these are the primary fields where like you need to provide to create a product listing. In addition to this, you also would see like what we call pricing dimensions. Pricing dimensions are a set of dimensions how you want to price your product going forward. You would create these pricing dimensions when you create a product, and later when you extend an offer to the buyer, you could extend them like with different pricing terms. We've seen this when we looked at the listing of an offer previously. If you saw this, these are 3 dimensions, and buyer is having an option to choose one of the support packages. So pricing dimensions help you to price each dimension separately for each customer based on their needs. So once you create all these listings, now you have the product ready, you published it, it's all good. Initially, it'll be in a limited state, which means it's visible to you and any buyers that you send private offers to. If you choose to actually make this public and visible to all customers on Marketplace, you would select the service and you would click update product visibility to send a request to our operations team about which customers do you want to see the service. You could choose to show it anyone on Marketplace, make it public, or you could give a set of AWS accounts to target specific buyer accounts, or you could just keep it limited. This kicks off our moderation flow. So our team reviews your listing before it goes public, and then we push the listing live on Marketplace. Also want to share one other thing in here, which is when you see the listing as a seller, after you complete it, you have an option to just quickly look at the listing on Marketplace by clicking on View on AWS Marketplace. So this opens your listing of how it would appear on Marketplace, and you could walk through the experience, see if everything is good, make the tweaks quickly, and then get started on there. As you could see, the fields that we walked over, this is the short description that showed up here. This is the long description, which is the overview. We see the categories here, and then the associated service also show up on the page. The additional resources that we find out, for example, one of the things is if you have if you're an AWS partner, you could add a link there. Now, customers, when they browse your listing, can also quickly check your AWS competencies. If you have any case studies, if your previous solution, so they can make a more informed decision before connecting to you and requesting the service. So let's go back to this page. As we discussed, when you create contract, we would create a listing similar to this. And there's another option. After you create the contract and before you actually see the listings, there's a request tab, which is any request that you make to create a service will show up here along with the status. This one succeeded, but if there's a fail, it will say like action required. And when you click on the request, it'll show what's the issue. Is it like some of the fields were not correct, or like did you have some wrong descriptions? If your image doesn't meet the criteria specified in the seller guide, so those would be flagged here, and you would have an opportunity to fix that and resubmit the request. So that's how you get started with the listing. Once you make the listing public on Marketplace, you could see like how customers can then view your listing, and they will click continue to request a listing. And once you have the request, you could send them a private offer to each buyer separately.
Nice. That was a great demo, Venkat. Anything else you want to show? Sorry, I might have cut you off there.
No, just like, yeah, to get started, we opened the SSL to the self-service tool to sellers, and we're excited that they're using this quickly to launch new listings within 10 minutes. So you can launch a new listing pretty quickly. Most of the time, it will probably take a minute or two for you to create a listing. So that helps sellers to quickly create a listings, get started with their customers, and then like grow with AWS.
Mm-hmm. And Venkat, are there any customer references you want to quickly talk about, perhaps?
Sure. We had like we had a couple of customers who gave us feedback during the beta. One of the examples is like how Trend Micro helped a company Software AG based in Germany. So Software AG was trying to streamline their procurement process. They use Trend Micro for their security needs. And before the launch of professional services, they were buying Trend Micro software on Marketplace, and they have to deal with procuring services outside Marketplace, which means you're maintaining two different systems, and the consolidation, it requires extra effort. With professional services in Marketplace, they were able to just streamline all the operations in Marketplace, buy Trend Micro software along with the premium support from one place, have a consolidated AWS bill where the line items are broken down for software and services. So they're excited with the offering with professional services. Alexander, their head of cloud operations, said like this saved us like up to 50% of over their classic procurement model. So we believe more customers would see this benefit and then like try to streamline their operations and procurement with Marketplace.
Awesome. All right, and last question, Venkat, before we close. If viewers want to try this out, how can they start? Basically, if we could have a buyer or a seller or a customer watching, how could they get started?
Yeah, the good way to get started is like get to AWS Marketplace at aws.amazon.com/marketplace, where you can browse through the listings and then like start with Marketplace. You also see like to learn more, you could probably like in the headline banner, you could have like a feature page where you can learn more about the surveys, what are the different categories, which sellers are offering services, and more about success stories. We also have the seller and buyer guide at docs.aws.com/seller www.amazon.com/marketplace. As a buyer and seller, you could check out the Getting Started section of the buyer and seller guide to get started.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Venkat. And folks, that's it from us. Hope you're enjoying reInvent so far. From Venkat, from myself, and from the production crew, which is Eric and Brendan. Thanks a lot for watching. Do click this link that you see below if you want to go forward. And yeah, enjoy the rest of reInvent. Bye.
Thanks, Sohan. Thanks, everyone.